But okay, so to start the journey of finding Jesus, I'll start from when I was young to now. So when I was a child, I was always questioning why we exist, how we exist. Like, look around, how is this here? Deep questions as a kid, but I wanted to know, so I didn't really know where to look. So unfortunately I turned to what I thought was the most spiritual understanding of things, and this led me to witchcraft and magic at a very young age, 8 years old, maybe even younger. I did lots of enchantments and spells and made shrines and just really soaked it all in, and I definitely got clarification that the spirit realm exists. Really, to say the least. I was I don't know, harassed by demons. I can't say it any other way now that I see it clearly now, but I wasn't sure really when I was young if it was angels or but it certainly wasn't, because it was dark. I had things following me, pushing me down to the floor, screaming in my ear. I was harassed by these spiritual beings, to the point where even my family witnessed this. There was a point where I was in my bedroom and footsteps walking in the attic, really loud footsteps circling my bed around where I was laying, and I freaked out and ran into my parents' room, and the steps followed me across the attic and circled around my parents' bed. They freaked out. My stepdad at the time had to nail the attic shut because they thought there was a burglar, but of course we didn't find anything physical up there afterwards. It was because I was dabbling in things I shouldn't have, and I regret this a lot. It got so heavy that the Ouija board, I got involved in the Ouija board, and a spirit went into me and my friends saw it and things moved. It just got so traumatizing that I completely stopped. I rejected anything spiritual, and that is sad, because then I kind of rejected my quest to find God, but now I understand that these things of this realm, this spirit realm that I was dabbling in, their job is to keep you away from searching for Christ. So they did their job well on me, and I rejected anything spiritual for a while after that. I then went to university and dabbled in psychedelic drugs and had these experiences where I was connected to everything and I felt everything as one and beautiful, and at the same time I went to America to see my family from when I was 4. The last time I saw them was when I was 4, and I was 20 at this point, so it was a big deal to really meet them for the first time for me. And they were all Christian and that's cool. People's search for God is great. I'm all for that, and so I was willing to listen, and they preached me stuff from the Bible all hours of the night, and I was willing to listen, but my heart just wasn't able to accept what they were saying fully. I still had resistance in me, and I was in a bit of a low point while I was there, and I prayed because of the Christian influence on me. I prayed and I asked God, help me, and I had a really profound moment where I was taken out of my body. I completely disassociated from anything in this reality. I didn't remember I was a person or humanity or a planet or anything. I was just whisked away into this place of pure love, and there was a keystone put in place and everything connected to it, and it was beautiful. It was very beautiful. I'm starting to now question really where it came from, but at the time I was crying and really so happy that God, what I thought at the time was God, was showing me him. And yeah, I was there waiting for hummingbirds to have this fight where they flash their colours of their chest, and it's very beautiful. And in that moment I came back down into my body. I thought, wow, I know you exist, God, but if you've got time, can you make this happen? And it happened right in front of my eyes, not so far from my face. It happened. And so I cried, and it was a beautiful experience, but it also took me on a bit of a tangent. Now, I knew God was love, but I didn't know who he was. So this experience kind of pushed me towards more of the lovely magic, the loving side of spirituality, which I now know is not of God. And so I dabbled in pagan stuff again, and I was doing more, not so many spells as such, but more like rituals to love and how we're all one and we're all connected. And I was really promoting fractals and the beautiful law of creation and how we're all part of it. And then this slowly led me to things like The Secret, the law of attraction. And what I realize now about that is it's really worshipping creation rather than the creator. So with the whole fractal thing as well, it was like we were essentially gods too. We're all part of God. So I mean, I can understand now because we're all children of God, but when it's you are the creator, like the law of attraction, whatever you put out you receive. So whatever around you in your environment is a reflection of what's going on in your mind. This can be dangerous. This can be really dangerous, because when things don't work out how you want them to, and you really believe that it's a reflection of your mind, this is incredibly damaging. Like that pressure it puts on you. And no wonder, really, you aren't the creator, but you are convincing yourself you are. And so when it doesn't work, you're so responsible, and that is so much pressure on you. Of course it's too much pressure, you're not God. But I really believed this at the time, and I tried so much with positive thinking, and then if things didn't go right, it's okay. I felt responsible, and it was heavy. It was okay, keep going. And I read an analogy about this recently in a book. Say someone breaks their leg, and they cover it up, and they say, "Oh, it's okay. Positive thoughts. Stay positive. You say positive stuff, and then it will happen. It's okay." And the whole time you're covering it with positivity, it's festering, and these problems, they become worse, And this essentially is what happened to my soul. I really believed this, and every time things wouldn't go right, or I felt there was a trouble, or there's something needed to be resolved or sorted, I would suppress it, and I'd cover it with positivity, And this is dangerous, because I was constantly denying the truth of what's going on and deluding myself to, it's okay, I've got the power to make this okay if I just think positively. And this sent me into a really, really downward spiral, I became in a place of pure despair, and so heavy, and I just became a person that I didn't even recognize anymore. I was so troubled, so selfish. I was so hurting people around me. And this led me to deep depression, and I got to a point where I wanted to end my life. And thank God for my mother. she took me in, and she nurtured me, and really she helped me so much. And at the time she was looking at the Bible, and this shocked me because as far as I knew, she wasn't really involved in this, but she really was involved a lot in the Bible. So cool, okay. This kind of like sparked off prayer again for me. And because I had nothing left, I mean, I was broken. I was so broken. I was my own enemy. I couldn't be alone, really. And so I threw myself down to God, and I said, I am tired of looking for you. I can't look for you anymore. I need you to show me your truth. I need you to help me now, please, because I'm trying to find you, and everywhere I'm going I can't find you. I'm getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and this rabbit hole I went into, where everything connects to one, everything connects and makes sense, it all led to a really destructive path, covered in beautiful. So I just surrendered to God, whoever God was. I didn't know at the time still, the energy, whatever, I didn't know. So then I planned to go away for a while, and my mother gave me a Bible, bless her heart, and I went and I lived in a cave for a little while in the bottom of Spain, with the intentions to just get rooted back into being again and just healing, and ultimately for God to reveal and guide me to His truth. This was the objective, what I wanted to do. And so I stayed in the cave and I read the Bible a bit, but still I didn't really accept it, because just everything is built in place for you to not accept it, and so there's so much resistance. I get it, and then my friend introduced me to a Sufi Muslim group. If you don't know, they're like the mystical Islam, so they're different to normal Muslims in a sense that they dance and they do rituals and they pray, and they're all about purging out traumas and healing your heart and being pure and loving. And this really appealed to me, and I thought, maybe I'm onto something here, maybe God's guided me here and this is something here, and I really heavily got involved. I was initiated in, I did everything, but the more I read the source of the teachings, the Quran, there was just something in it that shocked me, and I shocked myself with my reaction, because it basically says that Jesus is not the Son of God, that He's a prophet, they really respect Him, but He's not the Son of God,